Hey, back with another quick little review. I've had these big Flagship Planar magnetics come in from Erzetich. They're Charybdis. They're an open back planar magnetic flagship from I guess a boutique company out of Slovenia. Erzetich, I've never heard of them before, but yeah, they made a pretty solid headphone. It's got a 111 by 105 millimeter planar. It's an open back. It has a carbon fiber headband, huge CNC milled gear cups. You can kind of see the drivers back there, and they're quite heavy. Not sure exactly what they're weighing at. Oh jeez. Anyway, I've had these a couple of weeks. Big thank you to Andrew from Headfi. He's also on Instagram, Rustic Stands 71, I think. He arranged the review of the tour of the Charybdis, and this is the gear I've been using lately. Got a XGO MT602 tube amp, which I've rolled the tubes. I've got some I think the W60 Jan, some type of Jan Russian tubes. I've got the Ship Magni Heresy and the FIO K11R2R, which I've been running as the DAC for the Magni Heresy and the MT602. This is I'm not sure if it's exactly if it's the stock cable or not. It's just the cable that came with them. Terminates in the XLR. I've been using a 1/4-inch adapter, which I borrowed off a fellow audiophile friend, David. Big thanks, David, for lending me the adapter, as I didn't have one myself, so it was a big help. The ear cups terminations are also XLR, much like the Audis style headphone terminations. It's a really well built set, all aluminum, mostly aluminum, like headband and steel, parts to it and that. Very well made, very solid, quite heavy, but it is actually pretty comfortable for its weight. It's probably the heaviest headphones I've worn. I did have the LCD2 Classic, which I just sold recently, and even those were lighter than the Charybdis. But anyway, I'll get into the some quick sound impressions. I did find that it warmed up a bit more on the MT602. It was a bit brighter on both the Ship Magni Heresy and the FIO K11R2R. Also scaled up a bit better with the warmer tube amp. The bass is quite deep. Has good technical presence. It's got good extension, and it gets pretty rumbly. Pretty decent bass. I'd say it's at least as good as the Audis LCD2 that I used to have. I sold it a couple of weeks ago, so obviously haven't got it to compare, but this is a little brighter in the upper middle range and lower treble region than the LCD2 Classics, which I found with the Ship Magni Heresy and the K11R2R, it didn't scale as well as it did on the warmer MT602. It was like, it wasn't shouty, but it was just a little bit edgier, and it got a little brighter in higher volumes on the Ship Magni Heresy and the K11R2R, but it actually scaled up pretty well on the MT602. Like I said, the bass is quite good. It's got good definition. It's got good rumble and good puncture. It's a good planar bass. The mids, the mid bass is quite punchy. It has good attack for drums. It's got good technical presence for things like bass guitars and stand-up double bass, and those types of things. Pianos sound really nice, and when you go up to the upper mids and treble, it can get a little bright on some sources. Like I said, on the Magni Heresy and the R2R, the upper mids and treble were a bit brighter, a little bit edgier, and it didn't quite scale as well as it did on the MT602, which was quite a bit warmer and mellowed out those upper mids and treble quite a bit, and made it scale up a little bit better. Actually sounded quite nice. The upper treble is fairly well extended. You get good bit of airiness and good micro details. You get pretty decent kind of a timbre in the mids and treble. I wouldn't say it's better or worse than the LCD2 Classics. It's okay. I'd say it's probably closer to the LCDX in terms of technicalities and just being a little bit more technical. The LCD2 Classics are a bit warmer, and did scale a little easier on my sources. But in general, on a warmer amp that it synergizes better with, it did scale up pretty well. I added up at least 50% volume, and it did sound really nice. I listen to metal, hip hop, dubstep, drum and bass, EDM. I listen to a bit of artists like Skinny Puppy, Kraftwerk, Coco Jones, Aurora. All of that sounded great on the MT602 at higher volume, but they also sound quite decent on the Magni Heresy and the K11R2R on like a more medium level volume, not too loud, just a comfortable listening level. They did sound quite nice, but it did sound a little bit extra detailed on those as well. But like I said, it didn't scale up as well as it did on the MT602. I don't know what else to say about them, but they're a pretty decent headphone. They come in at about $3,500 US, so not cheap, but it competes with headphones like the Abyss Dyna V2, some of the higher end Audi's models. I think I'd take the LCDX over these. I being a previous owner of the LCD2, I found them just to be a bit more comfortable, and both the LCDX and the LCD Classic scaled up a bit better on different different sources. you know, it's still a pretty good headphone. It might not be the prettiest, you know. It's pretty giant headphone. I think the LCD design may be a little more aesthetically pleasing for a lot of people. I actually don't mind the design. It's kind of industrial. Maybe, you know, has kind of a stealthy, you know, aircraft kind of a look to it. Like, you know, looks like something maybe a fighter pilot might wear. You know, but like I said, it is quite comfortable for its size and its weight. Yeah, I had no problem sitting there for, you know, a couple of hours listening to music on it. Didn't get uncomfortable at all. The headband, it distributed the weight pretty well, and the where the pads are really soft, they isolate really well too, for an open back. Anyway, yeah, that's really all I've got to say about the Charybdis. Thanks again to Andrew. You can find him also on Headfi. I forget what his Headfi name is, but he's on Instagram. Rustic Stands 71, I think. Yeah, so go over and have a chat to Andrew. He makes some great headphone stands as well. He arranged the tour of the Charybdis. So yeah, big thanks to him. I'll be sending them back pretty soon. But yeah, I'll have a surprise pretty soon. I actually have another planar coming. This one is actually mine. I'll be getting it in within like a week or two, hopefully. So yeah, stay tuned, and yeah, big surprise coming. See you later, and enjoy the rest of your week.